if you're wondering if there's something that you can substitute for your dishwasher powder, and is it safe and is it cheaper, then stay tuned. Dishwashers are a wonderful tool that is helping us save a lot of time in our homes today. We no longer have to stand for hours and wash dishes by hand unless we prefer to. But this dishwasher can save me so much time, and it is a tool that can wash my dishes while I get some other things done. Now, the cost of dishwashers are between $500 and $1,000, or even upwards from that depending on what you buy. But it's quite an investment, and on top of that you have to keep buying dishwashing soda to keep that machine running. Now, do you have to keep buying dishwashing soda? I asked myself this question when I recently wanted to buy our dishwashing soda, and I looked at the cost and thought, my oh my, surely I can make this myself. So I looked at the ingredient list and, well, I didn't know what half of those things were, but I wondered, is there something else that I could use in its place? And yes you can. You can use baking soda as an alternative. Some people also use bleach, vinegar, or sodium carbonate. But the long-term use of that for your machine, I just can't really guarantee that. So that brings me to my next question. Is it safe? Well, baking soda is. Baking soda is sodium ash, and it is made from sodium carbonate, which is a natural element found in all living things. And so that sounds pretty safe to me. Now, where does baking soda come from? It can either be mined from an ore, or it can be produced or manufactured by passing carbon dioxide, which is the gases that are released from fermented foods. That plus ammonia, which is something that is found in all living things, including humans, the environment, plants, everything that is living, to keep us living, maintaining our pH levels. So those two things combined, carbon dioxide, ammonia, together passed through a concentrated sodium chloride substance, which is like salt. So that process together releases baking soda. That's how we get the baking soda that you buy in the box from the store. Either way, mined or processed, that solution is then put together, and then the carbon dioxide, remember the fermented gases that's released from the fermented foods, then releases and bubbles into baking soda. They say it's about 99% pure. It's a gentle cleaner. And think about it, we eat it in our food, so of course it has to be safe. And in my mind, if food can go in my dishwasher and not be the end of the world, of course I can put this baking soda, which is a gentle cleaner, as well as something that I can eat, into the dishwasher. Why not? I can confidently say that we've been doing it for about a year and have had no issues thus far. Thus far being the key. But it is interesting to hear what other people say. So the Spruce has an article up on their website, and they say yes, baking soda is one of the alternative dishwashing sodas that you could use. Now they also list some other products there that you could use: carbonate soda, lemon juice, bleach, vinegar, and it seems like it is all for just an emergency dishwasher use, not necessarily on the go. Now the Country Living magazine says yes, baking soda is safe and it'll clean your washing machine and kind of clean up all of the grime and the grease from the food left over, but also the grime that is left over from the chemicals used in normal dishwashing sodas. So that's interesting. Yes, there are chemicals in all of these soda, soapy products that we're using that are leaving some sort of trace behind. Think about that for a second. So, all natural product, baking soda, chemicals, soap, soda. Anyway, Country Living magazine. And then of course, Tide, a very big soap manufacturer, on their website says that, well, baking soda shouldn't be harmful to your machine in small amounts, but over time may affect the mechanisms in your dishwasher. Now, is Tide saying that because they are a big producer of dishwashing pods and soda and they want you to buy their product? Or are they saying that because it could legitimately be a problem? Again, they're saying it may, and so anytime anyone says it may, well, they can't definitely say it for sure, and so we are left to make our own decisions. And so I'm giving you the bit of information that I have and my experience, and you can do with that what you feel. But how did we get here? I asked myself this question when I was about to buy our usual dishwashing soda. The Nellie's brand is one I support, and so I've just been buying their dishwashing soda. And I was stunned to see the cost of this 2-kilogram tin. It was gonna cost me about $35 to $40. And I thought, this just cannot be. I cannot spend $35 to $40 on soap. I mean, I know it's a recession coming and it's inflated prices everywhere right now, but $35 to $40 for 2 kilograms of soap? I just couldn't stomach that. And so I called my mom and asked her, what did you guys do? What did your mom do? What did your grandma do? What did my great-grandparents do? What did they do? And that is a great question to ask, because sometimes you'll see, well, maybe we've been all just kind of taken down a line of something that isn't all that good. Who knows? Anyway, so she told me, oh, they just used baking soda and dishwashing liquid. And I thought, all right, I'm gonna give that a try. And so I tried about a tablespoon of baking soda and 2 to 3 drops of dishwashing liquid. Now that may have to increase or decrease depending on how dirty your dishes are, or what kind of machine you have, what kind of cycle you run. So it may take a few 2 or 3 trials to get the right amount there. I tried putting in some baking soda and a few drops of dishwashing liquid into my dishwasher machine, and guys, the dishes came out perfectly clean. The first few trials, they were semi-clean, and so once I got the ratio of how much baking soda to liquid soap, well, now my dishes come out perfectly clean, and I just can't see why we are spending all this money on dishwashing soap. Getting it all scented up, all kinds of extra chemicals added in there, and think about it, all those things are sitting on your plates, on your cutlery that you are eating. I mean, surely it's not super hazardous, else they wouldn't condone it and we would have a bunch of sick people out there. But surely it can't be great. Why would we use that when we use almost all natural product and get the same results? Now, of course, I'm adding dishwashing liquid, and so you also need to keep in mind what is in your dishwashing liquid, so study the ingredients there and consider buying a product that boasts about their organic and natural ingredients so that you're not, doing one good thing on the one hand and a bad thing on the other. But in the end, this is about saving money on dishwashing soda, and so in a way, you would still be achieving the goal, which is not to go spend a lot of money on dishwashing soda. It's just unnecessary. Why are we doing this? So that led me on a path down to the history of soap. Very interesting. Soap used to be just made from animal fat, so any animal that they'd recently butchered, fat cooked down, and then they would take some of the ashes left over after a fire or whatever, and the whey in that would then be combined with the fat together into a gooey little mixture, which they used to scrape whatever they needed to clean. Sounds kind of odd, but I mean, we are buying bars of charcoal soap, so maybe there's something that goes with that. And that carried on for a very long time. Actually, not even the Greeks or the Romans steered from that. The soap stayed pretty much a form of tallow, which is just fat that has been rendered down into kind of a lard, buttery substance. Well, that changed around the Civil War when finally they decided, well, people should probably clean themselves for hygiene purposes. And all of a sudden, soap became a thing. People started washing themselves with soap. Before this, people were simply just bathing themselves in water and lathering on oils with which they then scraped off with metal tools, and that was it. None of this soap clean yourself many times. But that is something that is just normal for us today, and since the Civil War, it's gained popularity and companies have sort of taken over this idea to market it and create their own soaps, and today, I mean, we are willing to spend a whole lot for fancy soaps. The hotels caught on to that, all kinds of businesses like restaurants caught onto it, and it became this luxe thing to wash yourself and wash your hands and be clean. Well, are we clean? Do we know what's in these soaps? Anyway, I digress. So yes, can you make a homemade dishwashing soap, liquid, soda? Yes, you can. You can, in my opinion, put baking soda into your dishwasher and add a few drops of dishwashing liquid, and it does clean your dishes. We've done it for a little while now, having no issues. Now that's just my experience. This is a stranger on the internet, so do with that what you want. But maybe this is a chance for us to finally just kind of step back from this little road that we've been walking down for a little while and ask ourselves, do we need to go buy dishwashing soda, or can we make it at home ourselves? And I'm in the camp of, yes, you can make it at home, and you do not need to go spend your dollars on any kind of dishwashing powder. Now, I should just add here one last little point that you should be good at packing your dishwasher. Obviously, if there's super heavy, grimy dishes in there, get it clean a little bit. Don't leave your dishes in the sink for days and hope that it's gonna do some miracle with this natural baking soda. Be smart, okay? Treat your dishwasher with love and care as well. So give your dishes what they need and put them in the dishwasher soon after you've used them so that the dishwasher can do its job, not many days later then expect a miracle. And I'll load our dishwasher in a selective manner. My husband's always pointing out to me that I can be a little bit better with my packing. Leave some more room for everything to get sprayed and cleaned well. Anyway, I think the dishes come out all right until I turn on the lights. Just kidding. Sometimes they're not wonderful. Anyway, I'm getting better at packing the dishwasher, but you want to pack it in a strategic way where the water is going to be able to hit everything. So look at where the water nozzles are on the top and the bottom, and then pack your dishwasher so that it makes sense for that actually to get sprayed with water. And then add about a tablespoon of baking soda and 3 to 4 drops of dishwashing liquid. I found that to be the happy medium for me. It may be different for you, so do some tests. If your dishes don't come out totally clean, try a little bit more the next time. Just do not use too much, all right? That is a big caution. Don't use too much. If you use too much dishwashing liquid or baking soda, your dishwasher will foam. That is just what happens when you use too much soap. There are a lot of suds. Don't do that. Start with 2 to 3 drops, and then if you need more, maybe add 1 more drop. And then after that, you need to do your dishes a different way because you're either putting them in too late or you're not washing it on a heavy enough cycle. I don't know. Yes, do a heavy cycle. That is the other thing that we do. Once I have packed up the dishwasher, I will put this on a heavy cycle and let the dishes wash. Now I am still adding our rinsing agent. Interesting fact, and I'll maybe make another video about this, we buy it in these bottles that are blue and the liquid's all blue. Who knows what's up with that? At our natural food store recently, I asked for some rinsing agent because I couldn't see this blue bottle on their shelves, and they were like, oh, it's not really blue. I don't know why they make it blue because it doesn't have to be blue. Anyway, maybe a advertising gimmick. But anyway, I'm still adding our rinsing agent, and it is probably worthwhile to look for a kind that is natural so that you're not getting all these chemicals on your dishes in the name of clean rinsed dishes. I don't even know. Anyway, that's another video. So yes, I hope that that answered some of your questions about yes, you can make a homemade dishwashing soda, and yes, it is safe in my opinion and with a little bit of research, and yes, it is cheaper. Baking soda is not that expensive to buy, actually. It's very cheap. Dishwashing liquid is not that expensive to buy. So you should even go buy a natural organic dishwashing liquid, so at least that the stuff that is soaping onto your dishes is not some chemical filled substance. Just my opinion. Worthwhile. So yes, you can do all these things. How exciting, save some money. And if you are interested in content like this, please stick around. I make lots of videos about saving money, budgeting, but actually usually you can find me in the kitchen either baking or cooking, doing something like that, or out in the garden growing some of our own food because we are trying to become self-sustainable, save money, and eat good food. So if that's interesting to you, please stick around. We would love to have you be a part of this channel and catch some of our upcoming content. Okay, see ya, bye.